Helping hand boost. It almost one-shots the Arclodon. That is crazy. That is resisted. And is he Sash? Maybe he's Sash. It almost one-shots him. Wow, that is insane. What is up, everybody? We are back with some more Pokemon Scarlet and Violet Regulation J VGC. Deoxys is a really cool mon, just mainly because it's a mythical that is allowed as one of the fastest and most hard-hitting mons in the entire game, especially with the move Expanding Force. So under Psychic Terrain, you can dish out tons and tons of damage. It also has a signature move called Psycho Boost. This current one that we're using today doesn't have it, but it's also kind of like a nuking move, kind of a special Psychic type version of Draco Meteor, which is also really cool. So I'm gonna kind of just get into this. There's not really too much to talk about for you guys. I'm gonna be 100% real with you guys as well. I actually recorded like 3 hours worth of stuff for you guys, 2 entire sessions last night, and little did I know my audio was barely recording. So I was talking over and like doing commentary for like everything, and you guys could probably barely hear me because my mic settings somehow got fucked up and I didn't notice. So hopefully the audio is better. We're gonna find out. But I have to literally record like 3 hours worth of stuff for you guys. So if you guys are seeing this, it might be new to you, but I've actually recorded with this team already, and I'm having to re-record everything with this team. So if it kind of sounds like I already know what's gonna happen or all that type of shit, it's mainly because I recorded with this team, and then there's another team you guys will probably see in the next few days that I recorded with as well. And none of the footage I can actually use, or that I have, I can actually use because you guys can barely hear me talking as well. So, and I can't really repurpose that footage either, even like record commentary over the top of it, because it still recorded some of it, but like you just can't really hear it at all. So gonna get into this. It's actually teamed by Urban Ranger. If you guys want to use this team, paste down below, rent on the corner. I'm gonna kind of run through this team real quick, and we're gonna hop in some games. I would really appreciate it if you guys drop a like on this video, and probably like the next Regulation J session we have probably in the next few days, because it would really help out, because I have spent like 3 hours recording both of these videos for you guys, and I have nothing to really show for it. Now I have to record probably for another 2 to 3 hours to try to fix the stuff that wasn't working, unfortunately. So there was a lot of really good games I had with this team as well that you guys aren't even going to see. I had like 3 sweeps and a rage quit and a bunch of other crazy shit with this team, and you guys are never going to see that. So hopefully we can get some games that are on the same level today. I'm also recording at a different time because I don't have time to record later, so we're going to see how it goes. I'm on the ladder a little bit earlier instead of like way late at night like I usually do when I record. So you got these Sash Deoxys on this team. There's actually the attack form of the Deoxys, which I think is like 170 attack and special attack. I think it's like 150 speed. It just hits really, really hard, but it's frail as a piece of paper, so if you throw a pebble at this thing, it'll fall over. That's why it has the Sash. Got the Expanding Force. I'm not sure what Thunderbolts and Knockoff are really for, which we'll talk about towards the end of the video. But I think it's just there for coverage, even though I prefer a fighting type move most of the time. The main thing that checks Deoxys is Wide Guard and other fighting or other dark types, because you cannot spam your Expanding Force against dark types. That's why you got the Zamazenta on this team, just a really standard set. And you have the Scarf for Shifu. You got some speed control with the Tornadus on this team, with the Covert Cloak and weather control. Rocky Helmet Volcarona for opposing Zamazenta, and there's a few other things that it actually deals pretty well with. Mainly Zacian's another thing it's pretty good into. And you have the Indeedee, just mainly as like a terrain setter and like a follow me mon for this team. So without further ado, let's hop in some games. Alright, we're here at the game. If you guys would like to let me know how the audio sounds in the comments down below as well, it really would help me out going forward for the future stuff. We got a Pecha run team. I think the problem I have now, y'all, is instead of going against Japanese players that are just sweaty players, now I'm going to be going against everybody and all the other sweaty players that usually play during the day. I think that's the problem I'm going to have now, recording at a different time. We got the Pecha run, Miraidon, Incineroar, Frigoraph, Urshifu and Tornadus. This is a really bad matchup for me. Really bad matchup for me. I mean, I have a decent matchup with the, I guess I can lead Tornadus here. Ain't bad. Torn ain't bad. What else do I want to lead? I really need speed here. I really want speed control for sure. I think I just lead Deoxys. I'll bring the Indeedee in the back. What else do I want to bring here? I think I bring Zama for the Incineroar, because I'm pretty sure he probably brings Incin here. If you guys like the videos, leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Really helps out the channel. Got a bunch more Regulation J stuff on the way for you guys. He actually just leads Pecharunt and Tornadus, so that's actually not too bad. I actually don't mind this at all. This is actually a really solid lead for me, just mainly because I can go right out into the Indeedee here and just go for Expanding Force turn 1, but I think he might actually just protect. I can see him protecting here too, or just going into Miraidon in the following turn. That's my problem here. I just don't want the Deoxys really taking any damage. That's my main issue here. I think I'm just going to Tailwind first, and then I'm going to protect, see what he does. We both just set up the Tailwind. There's the Poison Gas, okay. Glad I protected. The question is on this next turn, though, is he going to switch out into the Miraidon? Because if I make the play out into the Indeedee, I have one turn where I can probably just nuke something. I don't know if he's Sash Tornadus either. I'm going to be shocked if he makes the double here, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to go right into the Indeedee here. I'm going to go Terra Psychic, Expanding Force onto the Pecharunt. If he switches into the Miraidon, he's still going to be taking a bunch of damage. See if he has like Taunt or anything else too on this. It'll get blocked by the terrain, hopefully. I think he for sure, his last two mons are probably Incin and then Miraidon, if I were to guess. Could also be Terra Dark Pecharunt, which is usually pretty common. Protects. Is he just gonna double protect here? Okay, he doesn't, so the Pecharunt should die here. The Pecharunt should for 100% be dead. Unless it's Focus Sash for some reason, it's not. Get it out of here. That just makes the Miraidon come in on this next turn though, which kind of sucks. So I gotta sack something. Probably the Tornadus is getting sacked off on this turn. Comes the Miraidon to switch terrain. I gotta switch here. I gotta switch to get my terrain back. Unfortunately, I gotta get rid of the Tornadus. And then I'm just gonna protect here. I also don't want to sack the Zamazenta off too early either, because his last mon's probably Incin if I were to guess. So I need something for Incineroar because this Deoxys does not have a fighting coverage move, so if I let the Incineroar be the last thing on the field versus the Deoxys, I just kind of lose. Yeah, just gets rid of the Tornadus. He kind of knows I'm switching out. I mean, I don't really need the Tornadus at all at this point anyways. It's kind of just there to sack off. I got my Tailwind up. I have like 2 turns of that left anyways, so. Bleak Windstorm, okay. I think the question is here is like, I'm gonna go into the Indeedee here. He's forced to switch out here. So the Incineroar probably comes in on this turn. And then I'm forced to switch out again into the Zamazenta, and the Zamazenta kind of gets nuked on the way in, which kind of sucks. I do have Follow Me as well, which could maybe help me later on in the game, but I think what I do here is a helping hand. A helping hand, expanding force. I'm pretty sure, unless he's scarfed, which I don't know, not 100% sure, he doesn't outspeed me here, so. Go withdraw, here comes Incineroar. Oh, he actually has Urshifu. We never brought the Incineroar. You're dead. You are dead. You are for sure dead. It's gonna protect again. That's fine. You're for sure dead. You're dead. Get it out of here. Huge. I think we have this game in the bag, yo. I don't know why I didn't bring Incineroar. Incineroar was so good into my team. You see Deoxys, you gotta bring Incineroar, for sure. I think the main problem now, though, is he's able to get his Tailwind back up, but it's not really that big of an issue because I have Follow Me. As long as I keep the Indeedee around here, I gotta sack the Zombazenta. It's kind of a predictable play what I'm gonna do here. I gotta switch the Indeedee out to get my terrain back. I gotta go into Zom and then I protect here again. It's pretty obvious what I'm gonna do. He might make a play on that, I'm not sure. Judging how he switched out there to, I don't know if he's Scarfed or Specs. I think he might have just switched out though to get the terrain resetted. Brought up the Rain Dance so he can land Bleakwind Storm, that's fine. He has Snarl. Snarl Miraidon. That actually makes me want to go for Wide Guard now, actually. That makes me want a Wide Guard. I mean, I could Wide Guard here, but I just don't have my terrain. I think what I could do here is I can go for, like, Thunderbolt onto the Tornadus, but it's kind of risky. I also couldn't do the play here and just go right into the Indeedee and switch the Deoxys out here and just go for Wide Guard, I guess. That's also a play I can do. I just don't know the Miraidon's item, that's the main problem here. And like whether this Tornadus has Taunt on it, I'm not sure either. I'm gonna Wide Guard and then I'm gonna go into the Indeedee here. He just surrenders. He just surrenders, okay. Whatever, I'll take the dub. I think he realized there was like, yeah, he goes into the Indeedee here and he probably has Wide Guard. That's probably what he realized. I'll take the dub though. I'll see you guys in another game. Alright, well, here's the game. My opponent's running a really cool, like, Regulation G team. He has the Koraidon, Alolan Ninetales, Arclodon, Ceruledge, Rhyperior, which I haven't seen for fucking forever, and then Delphox, one of my favorite fire types. So, really cool team. Really, really cool team. I don't think he has any Wide Guard either, so the Deoxys looks really, really good here. Part of me kind of just wants to lead Deoxys if I'm 100% real here. Just lead Deoxys and just lead the Indeedee. It just looks so good here. Like, he has nothing that outspeeds me unless he has Scarf Koraidon. And even then, I'm Sash and I have Follow Me stuff. Looks really, really good here. I think the main issue I'm going to face is having to go against the Arclodon, but at least I went against like an Arclodon before for you guys when I was recording this team previously. And like, Terra Psychic Expanding Force, if they're not AV, does like 80% to an Arclodon, even with it being resisted, so that's crazy. We'll see if he's AV or not, but it still does a lot of damage. What else do I want to bring here? I think I want Tornadus to change weather. I think I'll bring the Urshifu here. I'm going to leave the Zombazenta on the bench. I don't think I really need it here. Okay, Pokemon Ray. He's using a bunch of the Gen scammer advertising websites from Surprise Trade. We're off to a good start here, y'all. You want to know what I do here? I think what I'm going to do right here is I'm just going to go Terra Psychic, Expanding Force, and just not look back. I'm just going to click the buttons. And then I'll go for... I could even Helping Hand here, y'all. Do I even Helping Hand here? Just try to one-shot him. Kind of risky, could be Sash Ninetales, I'm not sure, but I think I'm actually going to Helping Hand. I want to see how much damage this shit does to the Arclodon. We'll see if he's AV or not. If he's maybe if he's not AV, he might just get like one-shotted. Depends on his build too. Helping hand boost. It almost one-shots the Arclodon. That is crazy. That is resisted. And is he Sash? Maybe he's Sash. It almost one-shots him. Wow, that is insane. He's not AV. So that is non-AV damage. If you guys want to know how much it does to an AV Arclodon, it does around about 80%. And that was without a helping hand boost the last time I used his team. So this guy just has a bunch of like hacked garbage on his team. We'll see if he's Terra Dark, Scarlet. Is he Terra Dark? I don't know. Or if he's Sash, maybe that could be an issue. I think I'm just gonna go for Alluring Voice here instead. KC Sash. I don't know what he does here. Like, he's just getting fucking swept by this. He has to do something. You gotta do something here. Like, what are you doing, bro? You can't Shadow Sneak me. You can go for Shadow Claw, but I'm Sash. It one-shots him! Oh my gosh, this guy's getting swept. This is what you call the Deoxys sweep right here, y'all. You can take your hacked fucking bullshit scammer websites and you can go shove them, bro. Take that advertising and go shove it. Fucking loser. I hate the people that use the hacked scammer website advertising mods that they throw it onto Wonder Trade. I hate them people. You're that fucking lazy you can't breed or like catch your own Pokemon in-game and raise them up and use them instead. You gotta go take the shit from Wonder Trade just because they're shiny and they're like half ready to go to be battle ready. A lot of them have like random EVs and IVs and movesets anyways. I guess if people are that lazy, I guess it's a lot easier to raise one of those, I guess, for competitive. I just Expanding Force here. Expanding Force, follow me, call it a day. I'm kind of sensing a Rage Quit here too, y'all. I'm kind of sensing the Rage Quit. See if he surrenders here, but if he stays, he might just Rage Quit on me, because I think he seems to be really pissed. Okay, he just surrendered. He knows he's not going to win. Deoxys sweep there, y'all. Holy shit. I think that's kind of the thing with Deoxys, like, if they have nothing for you and you can just kind of lead with it and just start shitting damage right away, like, it just sweeps. It's one of those mods, like, if you don't have anything for it, like Wide Guard or, like, any Dark types or any speed control to try to outspeed it or anything, it just kind of just shits damage, and by the time you're able to react, it's just too late. It's one of the main things I've been kind of liking, kind of seeing with Deoxys, playing it for you guys again today. Unfortunately, I have to re-record everything for you guys, and then having to play it for like over an hour and a half like a few days ago when I recorded originally with this team. So I'll see you guys in one more game. Alright, we hear the game. This is probably the worst matchup you could ever ask for a Deoxys here. My opponent's running an entire mono Dark team. And I'm assuming that's probably the shiny Chien-Pao and Wo-Chien from Wonder Trade that we currently got a few days ago. At least I'm recording this. So, he has the Greninja, King Gambit, Ting-Lu, Chien-Pao, Wo-Chien, and like all four of the Ruinous Quartet. So, this might be one of the only games where I actually don't bring Deoxys, unfortunately. I just don't think Deoxys does much here. I think I'd be able to bring this thing if it, instead of like Thunderbolt, had like Superpower, it'd still be a little bit useful. But I just don't think it does anything here at all. I can't spam Expanding Force at all, so it's literally useless. I think what I do here is I just lead Tornadus or Shifu, I bring Zama, and then I bring Volcarona. I think that's what I roll with. Could not have asked for a worse matchup for a Deoxys team. Just my luck when I'm using this team. It is the shiny Chien-Pao. I'm also Scarfed or Shifu here, so I think what I do, and just in case he's Scarfed Chi-Yu, I'm gonna set up the Tailwind right away here, and then I'm just gonna start going for Surging Strikes. Just in case he's Scarfed Chi-Yu. This is the most common set, at least I've been seeing. Lose the Tornadoes turn 1, which kind of sucks, but whatever. It is what it is. Let's go into the Volcarona here and start going for Rage Powder stuff. If he goes into Wo-Chen, I have Struggle Bug, which is 4 times effective on the Wo-Chen. There it is, okay. I think I just kill the Chien-Pao here if I'm being real. I'm Scarfed. He probably knows I'm Scarfed now too, but I guess at the same time I have Tailwind, so he maybe doesn't know I'm Scarfed unless he was Scarfed Chi-Yu. That's the only way he'll know. But even then, because I have a Tailwind up, I think I might stall to beat him. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna Struggle Bug. It's 4 times effective. And then I'll Surging Strikes the Chien-Pao. That should be enough to get the KO here. Okay, that actually does nothing. What is this guy running? I thought that would do way more damage. That literally does nothing. Is that because of the ability from the Wo-Chen? Struggle Bug gets the KO though. And it does over half to the Wo-Chen. That's crazy. I'm gonna be real with you guys, I think the Wo-Chen shiny form, I think out of all of the mons that we're getting for like the Ruinous Quartet, I think it's probably the most lazy, boring one. I really do. Same with Ting-Lu. Ting-Lu is much better. Chien-Pao looks cool, and like I think probably the best looking one is the Chi-Yu, which looks, instead of red, it looks blue, which is really, really cool. I don't know, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What is your guys' favorite shiny form out of the Ruinous Quartet? Which one do you guys want most? At least for me, the one I want the most is Chi-Yu. Probably like most people. Just gonna Struggle Bug here. Struggle Bug, and I part of me wants to U-turn out, but I think I had to stay in at this point in the game. Could go for Terra Water Surging Strikes here too. Actually, I'm gonna switch. I'm gonna switch out into Zama here. Just for the main reason, if I can get rid of the Wo-Chen, then I can bring the Urshifu in later in the game, go Terra Water, and do way more damage. So, if she goes Terra Grass, so now he's no longer 4 times weak to Bug, he's only 2 times weak to it. So he takes a lot less damage. Still does okay damage. Not as much because the Ruin shit's on the field, so it lowers my stats. Giga Drain literally does nothing. There's the Ruination. I think I just go for Struggle Bug again. Part of me wants to also go for Fiery Dance, but just having the 2 times damage on like both things and big things is really weird. I just cleanly get rid of the Ting-Lu, okay. I wonder if this guy's running like any different movesets too. It seems like what he's running the same movesets that they give you from the Wonder Trade. I don't think he changed any of the movesets on any of these mons, just like the default movesets they give you when you get them from Wonder Trade. Or at least the shiny variants of these mons. I think he just surrenders now. I don't think there's any way he wins. Yeah, he surrenders. Kind of unfortunate I wasn't able to bring the Deoxys for you guys there, but in the very end we got the dub, so it is what it is. I just wish the first time I recorded with this team, I wish I could actually use that footage for you guys, or at least like do post commentary like over the top of it and still use that footage, because I had some really good games with this team where I think I got like 2 sweeps with the Deoxys versus like some really sweaty teams, and it was just crazy good. And like I'm really sad that you guys can't see that stuff because the audio was all fucked up. So let's talk a little bit more about this team. Alright, as for this team, I think this team overall is really solid. I think my only main thing that I would change with this team is I would get rid of Thunderbolt on the Deoxys and I would throw Superpower onto this thing and make it more of a mixed attacker. The main problem with Deoxys is you get completely walled by stuff like Chien-Pao, Chi-Yu, Incineroar is the main one. There's a few other dark types that just completely wall you. This team does have 2 fighting types on it, which is really good. So as long as you play the Zama and the Urshifu good, you shouldn't really have to worry about those mons, but there are some situations you still do want like the fighting type coverage, especially if you have some bad luck or like your opponent plays really well, you still have like a kind of a way out. It's the only thing I would mainly change to this team. I think knockoffs on this Deoxys just mainly for Calyrex. I think that's the only thing it's really there for. I don't know why Thunderbolt's on this Deoxys. If there's a reason why, let me know in the comments down below, but I would just rather have Superpower on this thing. I think that's just better overall coverage, and just it still does a shit ton of damage because you have like 150 attack or whatever it is. Even being mixed and not fully invested in attack, if it's super effective, it still does a lot of damage. So I think it's just overall better to have, especially versus a lot of these dark types that just take a bunch of damage from it and that aren't really that bulky, like Chi-Yu or Chien-Pao, and there's some other ones. Dark type or Shifu is another one that also gets hit by it for pretty good damage. So overall, I think this team's solid. If you guys want a really solid Deoxys team, I would use this one. Paste in the down below, Rental up in the corner. I think the kind of the main thing Deoxys kind of falls into right now is it has 3 forms. Defense form, which kind of sucks. I don't think you're gonna see that at all. It has speed form, where I think it's like 180 speed or some shit, really pretty high speed stats. But it doesn't have really that much of offensive stats. I've seen some Deoxys speed teams that are like more supportive mons, but still there's really no reason to use it at all. And then the attack form, I think the main problem with the attack form is you're also competing with Calyrex, which kind of does the same thing as the Deoxys attack form. And it just has the Astral Barrage, which is such a broken move. Plus you can go Terra Fairy and a bunch of other stuff. You have a way better move pool. Overall, I feel like Deoxys right now, though, is kind of just more of like a mon that's kind of being overlooked. I think this thing is really, really good if the enemy team does not have like any dark types or does not have wide guard. I think it's really, really good. It does a lot of damage and just shits damage, and like once you get this thing rolling, if you can even get like 2 kills with this thing, it just steamrolls and runs away with the game to the point where you usually win. So a lot of people don't really play against this thing at all either because nobody's really using it at all. So a lot of people don't know how to fight against it properly, so you can kind of catch people off guard. And they don't know a lot of your sets because a lot of them also like to run Psycho Boost and like Nasty Plot, and there's a few other moves that this thing also kind of likes to run. So depending on what moveset you have, you can kind of catch your opponent off guard as well. Apart from that, though, a really solid team. I wish I'd be able to, like I said earlier, like I wish I'd be able to throw some of the games that I recorded for you guys like a day or 2 ago into this video, but and still use them. Even just like throw like post commentary over them and just record the commentary. Unfortunately, I can't do that because I had some really solid games with this team, like the first go around before I had to re-record it for you guys. So kind of sad, but we got some decent games hopefully. So I'm gonna get out of here. Leave a like, subscribe, share the video. Really helps with the channel. Got a bunch more Regulation J stuff on the way for you guys. I'll see you guys in a future video. Thanks for watching.